I've heard of something very tragic today. So tragic. To me, this was a new milestone in the terrorism that's happening here. So I just had to get on here and connect with people because this could make me feel insane. How is everybody doing? What are your thoughts? What's going on in your head? I would love for you to share. Comments are open discussion. Please feel free to share. I I feel a sense of grief and mourning for this woman brutally murdered. I believe her name is Renee Nicole Good. And I want to recognize her. I want to recognize what happened today. It's 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 essential for me right now to like recognize what's happening in front of our faces. And this is just really tragic stuff. Hi, Estevan. Hi, David. Hello. Thank you for your comment, Estevan. Hello, everybody. Feel free to comment on anything going on, anything in your mind, anything in your heart. Today was just a really sad day. I didn't hear about what happened until later in the day. And so I'm still reeling from this news. I'm reeling from this news of a murder by ICE of an innocent person. I'm reeling, I'm processing, I'm trying to comprehend. Hi, KK. Yes, I know where you stand, Esteban. I know where you stand. Thank you for your comment. It helps me so much to be in dialogue. Some of you before I got on here were making me laugh so hard too. I have to be able to laugh sometimes through this tragedy. Hi, the Lucid Hex. Hello. Just trying to process what's going on, basically. That's why I'm on here. So I'm just saying hello to everybody and saying, I feel like being in community. There was a loss, a grave loss. A brutal murder happened, a state-sanctioned brutal murder. I don't know if it will be allowed to stand. I don't know if any arrest will happen. I have no reason to believe justice will be served, but I want to recognize this woman, her family, her friends, community, Minnesota, USA, people from every state. People from every state. Hello. Hi, David. Thank you so much. Yes, that's tyranny. You're right, Esteban. You're right. It's tyranny. That's what's happening here. I'm just gonna read some comments, so I gotta put my glasses on. Yeah, David Morris is saying somehow we need to fight back. We have to. We're the only solution here. Nobody's coming. Nobody's coming to save us. There's really no military on this planet, or even any combination of militaries that could go up against our military. So the people inside, we gotta do something. The Lucid Hex is asking, how do we get y'all out? I really don't know yet. You being here and saying that helps. You know, we have to unite across borders. This is a global right-wing movement. It's not just in the USA. Yeah, Estevan saying, people have to organize. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. And no one is coming to save us. Yes, thank you for saying that. It's true. The sooner we realize that, the sooner we can come up with an appropriate response. And there are so many brilliant Americans right now fighting the great fight. I don't want you to think that no one's not doing anything. It's just that nobody in Congress is doing anything. The American people are doing stuff. Lots of people on Substack, are coming through. There's people who we actually know what to do. It's just getting the people in office to do it. Well, I think it's actually more than that. Let me just back up and see some more comments. Unity is key. Only we, the people, can do it. Thank you. Yes. Lefties don't really have militants like the right. I do have to agree with you on that, David. How could I deny that? I don't see, but the left gets demonized as being, oh my God, I'm wearing my Antifa shirt. I forgot. Gets demonized, right? As domestic terrorist organization. But who are the domestic terrorists right now? ICE, DHS, ICE, our regime, terrorists, right? This is real. This is real. This wasn't an election. We didn't vote this in, right? This was a coup. This was a judicial coup. That's what happened here. It happened over a long time, but basically through Supreme Court rulings, our entire political party's electoral system was corrupted. And like, let's not forget what happened to the Supreme Court. Oh, hi, Suzanne. I see you join. I'm going to try to keep my eye. Hi, Eugene. So nice to see you. Oh, Lucid Hex, you're telling me it's fucked here too? Really? The media and their biased wording? Oh my God. Thank you for saying that. One of the most important things we have to do is counter the propaganda. We have to do it every day. But it's hard, you guys, because all of the American corporate medias, and I don't just mean the main, like the big ones, a lot of the other independent ones too, follow like the same storylines, and it's all very, filtered, scripted. Of course, the narrative is being constructed because they have to manufacture consent for the war on us. They have to manufacture consent for the war on Venezuela. They have to manufacture consent for the invasion of Greenland, which is going to come. Okay. I'm just going to try to look at more comments as I go. Hi, Lisa. Great to see you. Estevan, thank you so much for your participation, your comments. I welcome anyone to comment, ask questions, share your opinion. Trump is the corrupting branch, and Congress is the corrupted branch, and the Supreme Court consolidated. Yes. These are our domestic enemies. Yes. They have already betrayed us. It can be all be broken down to one word: tyranny. When law is lawless, revolution becomes mandatory. Get brave, start up the militias, right? Oh my gosh. Yes. Yes, yes. We have to think outside of the political parties and the electoral process because it's completely corrupted. It started being completely corrupted by money. So we have, right, a lot of corporate foreign money in our campaigns, in our elections. That's crazy. That is not democracy. Okay, our vote is highly suppressed. Our vote is highly suppressed. So thinking outside, like about militias to protect the people that are going to be targeted, that are being targeted, that are now being killed, right? I just want to take a moment to recognize who was killed today. Again, Renee Nicole Good, an innocent mother, an innocent partner, an innocent human just going about their daily life and happened to flip on their camera. That's all that happened so far as I can tell. And I heard that there was the family has a child at the school that was right there. Right. So we're being killed now. I mean, I have been talking about this personally. I just want you to know, I mean, for a long time. So me personally, I saw this coming. So I'm devastated. I'm grieving every day, but that's why I want to come here, because we need to do that so that we can accept reality and come up with actual and effective opposition, because there isn't one yet. Let me say hello to anybody else who joined. Hi, Robert. Nice to see you. Esteban is saying it's the Boston Massacre all over again. Oh my goodness. Boy, oh boy. That's intense. History does repeat, you guys. Of course it does. But what I notice is that it's only replicated by fascists. There's a lot of methods that work to overthrow regimes, and we have to use them. We have to use nonviolent methods. We have to use political methods in states to protect states and do interstate um, collaborations to help people have health care and get what they need. So there are solutions, but we have to wake the masses up to let them know that our elections are going to still be rigged. Okay, they're not going to get us out of this. They have gerrymandered the shit out of states. Um, they oh they first of all, they're not going to honor any outcomes that they don't like. We already know that, so it is imperative that we come together and organize outside of the Democrats and the Republicans. There are other political parties, there's unaffiliated, but even with all that, yes, we have to vote. We have to try to vote. I'm not voting lesser evil. We can vote on our conscience. We actually can. The election is there, but huge segments of the population are disengaged from voting, and it is very purposeful and intentional. And so we really cannot count on the masses coming out, even with this authoritarian shit going on, because the main reason people don't come out is because they're barely fucking surviving. They're literally just trying to put one foot in front. They're tired. They may not even have the day off, right? So, like, people think, oh, people don't give a shit. People give a shit. Okay, maybe there's some assholes who are like, oh, none of that shit applies to me. Yeah, maybe some privileged middle class people, sure. But for the people that I know that are struggling, they're disengaged because they cannot pay attention to that when they have to just pay attention to what's right in front of them, how to eat, how to have a roof over their head, how to pay their bills. Okay, these billionaires that rule us, they make it impossible for us to live. We don't have support. Housing is unaffordable. Healthcare is unaffordable. It's all very purposeful. We're highly oppressed people. It's just that we've been conditioned to think that we are free. And so we believe democracy can save us with an election. But our elections are compromised now. They've already talked about it very publicly. Mm, Elon did something with the vote tabulations in the swing states. That was they talked about it a lot. They're bragging about it on camera. And then our vote is very suppressed legally. They demolished the Voting Rights Act. So there's really not any reason we should suspect that any election can save us. Outside of that, the regime in the Oval Office and actually in all three branches of government, they don't believe in the Constitution. They don't believe in the rule of law. So why would we think that, hi, Elizabeth, how are you? Hi, dot, 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 how are you? Hi, David, I'd like to listen more, but you gotta go. Okay, no problem. Thanks for telling me I had to go. Sorry, I was blabbering on and I didn't see your comment. We've come full circle, says Estevan. Go around again. Please, anybody comment. Hi, Robert. I don't know if I said hi to you before. Yeah, I might have. Well, in any case, I just am on here to be in community, to hear what you have to say, to hear what you think, so that I can stay grounded in reality while this terrorist regime that has stolen all three branches of government, while they try to mind control us and manipulate reality and manipulate history. They've already changed the story about what happened on January 6th on the government website, right? We just had the anniversary of January 6th, insurrection. The lead insurrectionist is back in the White House. We didn't do that, you guys. We didn't do that. The voters didn't do that. Okay? This was highly orchestrated over many decades through the courts. And then, really, who's behind all of this? The same people that always are, you guys, the billionaires. That's it. You know what I mean? The billionaires, the oligarchs, the people that own all the shit. They've always existed and they've always been trying to use governments to expand their wealth, expand their power, right? That's who runs the globe, right? Donald Trump is doing the work of these billionaires. He's doing the work of these oligarchs, right? He is not the president of the United States making all the decisions. To me, he's just like the lead puppet. He's just out there to represent, get all the attention on him so that no one's paying attention to what's really going on behind the scenes, behind him. Hi, Stefan. Nice to see you. Guys, please comment however much you want. I'm just here to connect. I'm thinking about this terrible milestone that happened today. Somebody was shot. Did she get shot in the face? Did I hear that? I cannot process this level of violence. I cannot process this level of violence. It's incomprehensible. It's incomprehensible. The only thing I know how to compare it to is Nazi Germany. You could also compare it to Palestine, Gaza, Israel, right? It is the use of a state, the use of government to oppress very directly, to ethnically cleanse, to control through militarized police and laws, new laws that they make through their stolen branches of government, like the One Big Beautiful Bill Act, OBA, right? It was passed back in July, and now it is kind of fully being implemented, right? Guys, feel free to say anything you want. I'll read your comment. We can talk, or of course, I can just share with you what I'm thinking and feeling. One thing I wanted to tell you guys is I want you to take care of yourself so well. The reason why I'm on here is to try to take care of myself so I have an outlet. So I don't take this to other places with me. I don't want to. I don't want to bring this energy into my family. I don't want to bring it into work unless the person wants to bring it in because I'm a therapist. So, thank you. You know what I mean? Thank you for being here. Thank you for allowing me, you're listening, you're here, you're commenting, I feel an outlet. I feel a catharsis. When I'm on social media, the reason I'm on social media is to get affirmed and validated in reality. And so when I put posts up and you guys comment and stuff, I mean, it really some of the stuff, oh my God, it just makes me feel like a relief. Oh my God, somebody else gets it. Somebody understands. Because the masses of Americans, have you noticed? Have you noticed? And of course, it's because of the media, the things we were already talking about, right? So when there's people who understand and there's people who can interact with me, through comments or, hi, Jean Wilson. I'm just here saying hello, being in community. Thank you for joining. Open forum, comment, ask questions. Was recognizing the beautiful, precious human that was so callously murdered today. Renee Good, Renee Nicole Good. I'm even just going to give her my own moment of silence right now. If you guys want to join me, literally, you might be able to be silent, but I am going to I just have to respect this person's life. I just got to respect this person's family. I just got to respect all of the people right now that are suffering directly under this regime, imprisoned, tortured, falsely imprisoned, tortured. needlessly imprisoned. I work in immigration court. That's one of the things that I do. And I do evaluations for immigration court. And of course, I saw a huge change as soon as the regime came in January, in which people that would typically be allowed to, of course, you know this, live in the community and check in once in a while with ICE at their check ins, they had to be imprisoned so they couldn't earn for their families. A lot of the people that are picked up by ICE are, it's actually low level offenses, a lot of it. I just want you to know. And their families need them. I just want to tell you guys a little bit about me. I do not hate prisoners. I do not think that people overall need to be imprisoned like this. The people who need to be imprisoned, these fucking billionaires, man. These people who are literally, oh my God, raping children. Hello. Pillaging the earth, hoarding the wealth. These guys are the most dangerous people. Most of the people in prison are people who um, came from very difficult circumstances and committed crimes that were due to poverty or addiction or, just life circumstances. So I do not personally feel like, for example, people in prison shouldn't vote. Like, why the fuck shouldn't they vote? They're living in government housing, eating their food. This is how we get 25% of the world's prison population. That's a lot of votes to suppress you guys. Okay. So, yeah, I'm a social worker. I've worked with people who used to be in prison. I'm a trauma therapist. I was very involved after September 11th in New York City. I did a lot of work in schools, in communities, helping people deal with that tragedy. So I'm very interested in connecting on a day where there was a tragedy like this. This is a national trauma and a act of state-sanctioned domestic terrorism. It is very hard to know how to even begin to process that. So I'm just going to come on, start talking about it. Estevan is saying, think about why minor crimes are felonies. Exactly. Exactly. This is how they control us. Hi, nobody. Hi. I love it. Nobody joined. Hi, nobody. Oh, Estevan, you're a former public defender. Cool. Hi, Reverend Patricia F. Wall. So good to see you guys. I'm just having an open space. I'm trying to process what happened today with this extremely tragic and terrifying murder that we can expect to see more of. Why? Because they use these things very specifically to oppress us. They want us to be scared. So one of our most powerful weapons at this moment, yes, thank you, Esteban, prayers for her, prayers for her, prayers for her family. One of our most powerful weapons right now is our words, our ideas. They want to shut us up. That's why they shot someone in the face. That is the definition of telling every American, don't open your mouth. Don't look, don't even question. So it's imperative that we all use our voice loudly and consistently, and that we share ideas. Yes, use that free speech, right? Thank you. Hi, Kevin. Thanks for joining. Esteban is saying it won't stop until we, the people, stop it. I agree. I agree. There's nobody coming to save us. There's nobody who can swoop in and take on our military. It's just not going to happen. We have a full arsenal and we have madmen who will use it. They're violent. They've told us. Pete Hegseth told us. They're telling, Christy Nolan told us they like being violent. She shot her puppy, right? It's the same shit. Use violence. Desensitize people to violence. This is how they build up to a Holocaust. You start shooting people in broad daylight. That's what happened in Nazi Germany, right? Yes. Anybody can join the conversation if you have a comment, if you want to say anything. I would love to hear how you're doing. I was saying before, and I didn't get a chance to finish, I want you to take really good care of yourselves. I want you to try to find your breaks from social media, find your breaks from news. I don't watch it. I heard about what happened. I heard about it from somebody because I don't watch news because I already know what's happening. I already know what's happening. So I don't need to watch the blow by blow. And I know that the most important things that I need to know, they will get to me. And it happens every time. So I do read Heather Cox Richardson and I do read Descent in Bloom. I do read Christopher Armitage on here. I read your comments, I read your guys' posts. Like, this community is like the way that I get information in a way that's most trusted. Because so much of our media is just, hi, Arlene, so great to see you. Estevan is saying silence leads to Holocaust. Thank you for saying that. We've learned these lessons. It's so good to see you, Arlene. I'm honoring the woman who was tragically murdered today. I'm inviting conversation. I'm inviting connection. The only way we can make it through this authoritarianism is together. That's it. And again, it's not just by voting, you guys. That's just not enough. We have to form networks of mutual aid. We have to gather like this, share ideas. So what I was saying is, biggest weapons, some of them, hi Arlene, I love your wave. Some of the biggest weapons, words and ideas. We have to let people know what we think so that they know, oh my God, phew. Oh my God, you think it too? Oh, okay. We have to, because they are normalizing racial violence, they are normalizing hate speech. Obviously, this has been going on a decade, but it's been a grooming process. They have slowly desensitized people to the type of violence that happened today. That is exactly the Nazi playbook, which, by the way, they do follow. Stephen Miller, his favorite book is Mein Kampf, Adolf Hitler's seminal work. It was written in 1920, 1925. And they came into office in 2025, 100 years ago. They are literally following the Nazi playbook. It's real. Adolf Hitler coined the term the big lie. They use it. The crazy, outrageous lying they do that the left, I don't want to say the left because the left is not represented in our political parties, but the Democrats, they would, or let's say the media, like liberal media, joking about outrageous lies rather than educating the public. This is how I know they're colluding about what that propaganda technique is. It is called a big lie. And literally, Adolf Hitler, you guys, Adolf Hitler coined this term. The more outrageous the lie, the better. Believe it or not. The more dumb, the better. People can't believe that must be true. That's so ridiculous. It's literally human psychology. Hi, agent of chaotic respite. I love when we interact. Hi, Arlene. Thank you for the affirmation. Hi, Heather. Arlene, I was saying before you joined, an agent, all you people, when you comment and when we connect on social media, it keeps me sane. It keeps me grounded in reality. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really want to be grateful for that. I want to honor the woman who died today for no good reason. She was murdered, executed by ICE. Will anybody do anything, you guys? What do you think? Will there be an arrest? Did I miss anything yet? Was there an arrest? What's happening? I'm not going to watch the news, so you're free to tell me if I missed anything. Thank you, Arlene. Yes, the mainstream media normalizes this fucking madman. Yes. And I want to point out something also that's even a little more insidious, which is in the liberal media where I was just kind of referring to it. They make light also of things. Like you'll get a lot of like dementia dawn, which I don't agree with because my dad has Alzheimer's. I don't want that to be used, right? He is a psychopath. He's a sociopath. He's a criminal. He's a felon. He's a rapist. He's this or that, right? Like there's too much almost like joking about this madman. And here we are 10 years later and he's still in power. So for like a decade, literally. Oh, thank you, Arlene. No arrest yet. Decade. People have been not taking them fucking seriously. Where are we with that? So why would some of these real big platform journalists just regurgitate the same shit over and over and over without offering solutions? And I don't even want to name the names right now because a lot of people love these people. But I'm letting you know, if there's a journalist, a commentator right now with a big platform, unless it's somebody I just mentioned, like I probably don't agree with them. Unless you're calling out the 2024 stolen election, unless you're calling out the fact that this was a coup, unless you're calling out the fact that elections can't save us, I don't trust you. My battery is dying a little, so let me just see this comment. Good, Arlene, you agree with me exactly. The joking drives me crazy. Thank you. Drive me nuts. Agent of chaotic respite, these ICE agents need to be given the death penalty, no exceptions, and I normally oppose these executions. See, this is how much our culture is changing. They have really, really damaged our culture. Grave harm has come to our culture, and everyone is suffering under it, especially our children. They have normalized hate. They have normalized the most extreme right-wing ideology. And the real root is the oligarchs, the billionaires, the people who own everything and want the resources in Greenland. They want the oil. It's really that small sociopathic group of people that are billionaires going to become trillionaires where they have hoarded the wealth and continued the tax breaks, just drive all of this, steal all our shit, steal all our wealth. Yes, thank you, Arlene. Hi, Rosa. Nice to see you. I I remember doing a debate in high school about the death penalty and whatnot. I've always been against it because it's so disproportionately utilized on people of color, poor people or low income people, people with trauma backgrounds, even people who are not cognitively um, like able to stand trial. So I really am not into the death penalty either. I can understand the fantasies of seeing executions and things like that for people that are harming this globe, and I don't disagree with that or judge that. I find this regime to be traitorous. I think this is treason. I think the Heritage Foundation is treasonous, to be honest. I don't know how that was ever really allowed to be in existence, in my opinion. How is religion allowed in schools again? Like, why? Like, the Constitution, that shit is broken. Let me see what Rob. Hi, Rob C. Great to see you. If they were hoarding newspapers, we would pity them. But because they hoard wealth, we are somehow in awe. Ooh, I love that. And he also said, shaking my damn head. Because they control everything, they control the narrative, they control the history, they control the advertising, they control the view of everything. They make themselves, you know, what? The ideal image that people want to look up to, I guess. I can't stand celebrities or people. I really don't even like rich people. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. I grew up, you know, originally lower middle class, middle class. My dad was became successful over time, but I got to see some differences in, you know, how people live. Later on, I became social worker. I work in the South Bronx, which is one of the lowest income communities in the country and with the highest health problems, one of them fifth in the world for some illnesses. So I really can't stand wealthy people. I think they're annoying. And if any of you are on here and wealthy and you can accept this criticism, thank you. I think wealthy people are snobs. I think they're totally out of touch. Personally, I think that, yes, white people, white supremacy is the biggest issue we have, and it goes hand in hand with the rich, the wealthy, the wealthy white supremos. Um, these are the people I would like to be locked up. Personally, the people who steal from us, the people who have just not wanted to distribute any of the wealth and hoard it for themselves, and have killed the planet and people and do it daily. Many traitors, says Esteban. Thank you. Thank you, Arlene, for your validation. Hi again, Rob. Arlene saying, yes, there are so many traitors in our midst. They really are. They're everywhere. They're in all three branches of government. All three. Thank you, Esteban, also validating many traitors. Arlene, MS, are you aware of Dr. Stephen Hassan? Sounds familiar, occult expert. Oh wow, there's so many comments. I'd like to hear about it. I'm not going to forget that, Arlene. Rob's telling me he feels the same about wealthy people, used to work for them as a business manager. And Lord, are they casually abusive, he says. So casually abusive. Oh God. So unaware. I reject celebrity, religion, royalty, patriarchy, to name a few, says Arlene. Ooh, that's why I come on here. That's why I come on here to find these allies. Hi, anarchy is order. It's so good to see you. We, the people, must focus on what's important in this country. We, the people, yes. Politicians, celebrities, athletes, CEOs, and pastors of all religions are the enemy. Not one of these people has called for you to be a brave American, to stand up, to bear arms, to unite and fight. Oh, I could not agree more. I could not agree more. We got people that just got rich off this country, off our labor, off our consumerism. They're not even doing shit for us. We have been abandoned by these people. We have been abandoned by these people. Arlene, feel free to tell me anything else about that cult expert. I'll tell you also what I know about cults. I like talking about cults. Okay, I'm going to read a comment. Agents of chaotic respite. Exactly why I'd normally be against the death penalty as too final and unjustly applied, but examples clearly need to be made. Force is all they understand. So I do agree with that. Like a lot of people say, because I talk a lot about revolution, and of course at the beginning I want it to be nonviolent, but they're violent. So it's like, what are we supposed to do? Just get slaughtered? I do believe in people forming networks of protection and defense in whatever ways we can in our communities or online or in person. Like they're doing it now, warning systems, warning people when ICE is in action, hiding people already. There's already underground railroads, guys. There's already safe houses. There's already people getting their neighbors are hiding them. All right. So this is replicating the history of Nazi Germany, right? So the fascists, the billionaires, they have found something that works and they have replicated it over and over and over on this planet throughout history. Okay. This has been, replicated over and over and over. This is nothing new. We have to educate people. They're brainwashed. They think we live in a free country. I think that we can wait all the way to the midterm elections and then all the way to 2028. But these people are not even going to leave the goddamn office. Are you kidding?
Oh, Dr. Stephen Hassan on Substack. Okay, maybe I follow him, but if not, I will look. Thank you, Arlene. Oh, well, I will look into his thoughts. I always want to have recommendations. Hi, anarchy and or is order. Hi, anarchy is order. You guys are giving me such great information. Oh, Rob says, oops, sorry for typos. Just so you know, I don't ever care about typos because I interpret perfectly most of the time. La 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 la. So Rob was telling me about another great voice on cults is Knitting Cult Lady. Ooh, I like that name. See, Americans, we're brilliant. We know our history. It's just we weren't taught it, but we teach each other. This is why they divide us. This is why they divide us. Because when we come together and we talk and we think, we're fucking brilliant. Brilliant. We have all the answers we need. I believe in that. I believe in the people. I don't believe in the politics. I don't believe in the power, but I believe in the people. I will vote for progressive candidates. I will make small donations in primaries to progressive candidates. I will vote my conscience. I will do the best I can, but I will never, ever, ever again expect our electoral system to help us. You know, a lot of people are comparing what's happening here to, and they should, to Hungary and Turkey. Of course, Russia, but Hungary and Turkey more recently. The Heritage Foundation was involved with, I think, Hungary. Okay. This is a global movement. Okay. Once they grasp all these levers of power, all of these branches of government, what happens? Consolidation, election interference, more and more. Let's see. Okay, exactly, MS. Thank you, Rob. Hungry was the blueprint. Okay. Oh, thanks, Arlene. You are good. Oh, I'm good at lives. Oh, I thank you so much. This is my fourth one. I want to do this more because it's just an outlet, but also a way for me to share ideas, but also get the idea of what I believe in is community. Well, how can we be in community? We got to interact, you know? Being online is a way to interact for me. I can't just walk out my door and have these conversations. I'm not having them at the grocery store, you guys. And I'm not having them in my house because I mean, sometimes I do a little bit, but no, no, no. I am trying to be present with my family when I'm with my family. So that's what another thing I wanted to tell you guys. First of all, I want to explode the notion there's no such thing as balance. Okay. There's no such thing as balance. Okay. Our world is very imbalanced. Okay. Working, work life and home life are not balanced unless somebody works part time. If you don't work part time, I'm just letting you know right now. If you work full time, you cannot have a balanced life. Okay. So, what is really helpful, I want to share with you, because I'm a therapist. I don't know if you know, some of you, I said it earlier, but some of you might not know, is how if you just take, I'm not kidding, 5 minutes a day to do something extremely quiet and low stimulation, it could be breathing, it could be literally laying down flat and staring at a wall or closing your eyes. It could be going outside and closing your eyes and listen to birds singing. It could be just like sitting alone, eating your lunch, and just like looking and eating your food. If you just for 5 minutes a day practice, practice being quiet and shutting down, literally, your central nervous system, it's going to help you survive this era because it's traumatizing. This is a traumatizing time. By the way, my battery on my phone is low, so if this just cuts out, that's probably why. But I'm just going to keep going. Maybe I should I get my charger? I don't know if I can even plug it in well. I'm just going to keep going. I'll come back another time soon. Our central nervous system is very activated all the time because we're under threat. So just practicing shutting it down for 5 minutes a day is actually revolutionary. Okay. Anti-fascist. Okay. Hey, this is the Antifa flags. Okay, Antifa is more than 100 years old. It's not a domestic terrorist organization. Hey, look who's the domestic terrorists. Did you notice? ICE, right? Government, right? It's not us. It's not Antifa. It's not a formal organization. All right, let me get back to your comments. Thank you, Rob. Hi, Mike Rube. I love your interactions with me every day. All of you guys, Populist American Renewal, thank you. Thank you for coming. Just open conversation. My battery is low, so it might get cut short. Here to also recognize and acknowledge the beautiful human that was so violently murdered today by ICE. Ms. Good, Renee Nicole Good. I honor her. I honor her family. I send them love and healing energy. I send my love and healing energy to Minnesota, to everybody, to everybody. I really do. It's tragic. I'm grieving. I'm crying a little. I hope you don't mind. If they take down indie journalism, we can do this on ham radio. Brilliant. People, learn about ham radio. Just learn about it. Just go look it up. Just go look it up. I learned about it because of my online community. Arlene is saying, oh, good. You're looking into one. Great. Oh, good. We're all starting to look into it. Hi, the cool group isn't cool. That's such a cute name. I love that. The cool group isn't cool. God, that is a great name, actually. That is a great handle. The cool group is so not cool. I'm gonna go get my charger really quick. But if it goes off, I'm sorry, you guys. Okay, I'm sorry if you see. I'm just gonna turn off my camera for 1 second if you don't mind holding on. Okay, sorry. Sorry, guys. Just give me 1 second. I don't want my phone to follow me all around. You know what I mean? On these iPhones, it does that. I'm just getting my charger. I'm getting my charger. Okay. I'm back shortly. And I thank you if anybody's joined. Sorry. I'm just charging my phone so I don't get booted off before I really want to say goodbye because it's happened to me a couple times. Oh, good. I'm coming.